Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. Flying solo, day late and the dollar short, but we figure still better to do than to skip this week. Moving right into it, our current challenge is a repeat of Kandak Black Adam. Required characters are Sinestro, Green Arrow, and Catwoman, which is the best as far as the required characters because they're all bronze level, making it easily accessible to anybody just starting out. As a character, he's got good high stats. Passive sounds really interesting. So the Thunder King, Black Adam's basic combo and special attacks apply electrical damage over time, and if not blocked, drains opponent's power. And if it did that more, it would be really cool. But the amount that he'll drain doesn't seem like a lot. The damage over time isn't very much either, and the basic combo isn't just a basic combo, but it requires a combo ender, which we know doesn't happen all the time. Still, his attacks are fast like all the Black Adams, and he also doesn't suffer from the really expensive promotions of the later challenge characters, so for less than 400,000 you can promote him directly. This week's multiplayer reward is kind of weird. It's an unprecedented repeat, on Android at least, of Tantu Totem, which starts off as the totem. We already talked about it last week and why it's so good. But what's interesting is that there's reports on iOS that it is the super pill which becomes the overpowered super. And that's kind of cool because the same way that the Tantu Totem is the archetypal specialist gear, the super pill is the archetypal basic damage dealer's gear because of the effects, which are all basic attacks. So the effects are between 30 to 50%, depending on how far it's fused, of damage boost to basic attacks, which is less than some of the 3.5-star gears, but what makes it really good is the 10 to 50% crit chance on basic attacks, which is higher than any other gear. So with just that and full augmentations, you can get a guy essentially up to 100% crit chance on basic attacks. The other two abilities are interesting but not as good because they are only on combo ender, but between a 50 to 90% life drain chance on combo ender or a 5 to 15% power drain on combo ender. In the store, we've got a Batman Ninja Lord Joker cash pack for $26 Canadian. It is not worth it. Remember, it's only one copy. He does not unlock in your store if he isn't unlocked already. And maybe it's a clue for next week's challenge. But this cash pack at least is better than last week's cash pack for this week's challenge of Black Adam because this time there's an extra 100,000 power credits. Although the way the game is going now, the power credits are getting devalued because there's not great team packs anymore. The what they've renamed the Arkham Asylum 2-pack, it's $53. It's the lesser Arkham pack that has 3 specific cards with no chance at Arkham Knight Batman, even though he is on the cover of the package. Way too expensive. Definitely not worth it, and it's not a great look. This, I believe, used to be somewhere around 600,000 to 700,000 power credits, and they're switching over to real cash. To round up our recap of the week, Phantom Zone is not active, Fight 62 is still broken, and Survivor is now showing League of Assassins gear until the 17th of April. We're getting some reports that people are randomly getting both, or not both, either the announced gear or Suicide Squad companion gear still, so maybe it's not completely fixed, but at least we're getting something. So moving on to current glitches. Remember, every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist, which will be linked in the description and also in the top right corner of this video with the eye. We're Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android. Spoiler alert, nothing has changed this week. If you are on iOS and you see a question for an iOS user, consider, in the comments at least, consider helping them out. And maybe we'll start with because we keep the playlist updated, and so if you ever need to know what's working, just go there first, whatever day of the week. But we get a lot of questions about what's not working. So that's what we're going to start with. There's currently no working glitch for credits. For those who are saying yes, there is. For lots of reasons that we discussed in a previous episode, season 6, episode 9 of P and Q and C and A and T, we do not use or test glitches that require 2 devices being logged simultaneously into one account because of the danger and our personal experience of having an account banned because of that. So the glitch for repeated multiplayer season rewards, that's not working. The glitch for getting season rewards early, also not working. And not that it matters now because Phantom Zone isn't available, but there hasn't been one for the Phantom Zone since maybe the first couple of events. And so we'll get to the working glitches. The breakthrough glitch to let you play repeatedly, it is still working. We've cut and pasted into the description a comment from a viewer with a potential solution for people who are having trouble playing extra breakthroughs. Unfortunately, we cannot confirm whether this works since we're not having the same problem. The challenge reset glitch that requires a Google Play Cloud save is working. It has been confirmed on the current Kandak Black Atom challenge. And I guess we can talk a little bit more about the Phantom Zone when it comes back, but just remember, even though it's not there, when it is back, the challenge reset will remove Phantom Zone progress. So if you're going to be doing the challenge reset, make sure that you're willing to lose any progress that you've got on the Phantom Zone crystals. The airplane mode / refund glitch still working. It's good for both packs with random drops, also known as loot boxes, and last laugh tickets, basically anything that has a random drop which does not require a working online connection to the Warner Brothers servers, which means that when the Phantom Zone is back, it does not work for us on the final Phantom Zone reward. Some people are reporting that they can switch around different accounts. We're also not having any success with that, so we'll probably test it again when the Phantom Zone comes back. And I guess the most interesting use of the airplane mode / refund glitch is for the most valuable currency in the most valuable pack, the Nth Metal Ultimate Pack. And that's by exploiting the price difference between the cheapest pack, which is 200 Nth Metal, and the selling price of extra metal characters, which is 240. That gives you the chance of making 40 Nth Metal if you have the patience to reset your purchase every time. But remember that there's still no alternate method for getting extra Valorium, whether it's by cheating or by buying them. So even if you do get a lot of Nth Metal and you promote some of the metal characters, they're going to be subpar because their specials and their passive won't be fully promotable. Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. Always remember, bring your countdown clock back to normal before you finish. Free energy without having to watch the video still works. And still, we are also getting our button for watching the video grayed out every once in a while. It seems like it's a pretty common problem. We don't have a solution for Android, but there is one iOS user, Dragons952, whose potential solution we've cut and pasted into the description, but we can't test whether it's effective or not because we are Android only. And I guess that finally brings us to the last, not the non-working glitches and not the working glitches, but the one that's been in limbo since the very beginning. Well, I shouldn't say since the very beginning. Since 2.14, we haven't been able to test it because the conditions that are required have not been there. Chances are it's never going to be working again the way things are going now and the way the main menu screen is set. And we will remove it from the list once it's finally testable and it fails us for the first time. And that is it for this week. So the last thing that we typically do is mention that we have a Patreon. And if you want to support what we do with more than just views, you click on our avatar at the bottom right corner at the end of the video. And a big shout out to those who have already chosen to support us. A thank you to Console Peasant and Eddie G, who are supporting us at the top tier, Last Word. iProfit, also known as iProfit3, who's supporting us at the Your Message Here tier. Sean Farrell and Daniel Simonson, who are supporting us on the credited level. And Chris Wolf and Lazo Georgiadis, who are supporting us at the gratitude level. And thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Komoda.